Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
But it's not terrorism. We are Muslim. I'm so glad we are Muslim, but all Muslim is not very bad, you know.
That's the sister of a man in jail tonight accused of raping a woman at a Mapleton, North Dakota gas station. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Cass County investigators say Abdul Rahman Ali forced a female clerk into the bathroom where he raped her. The victim told authorities she could hear Ali mumbling but couldn't understand him. Once deputies arrived, they broke down the door and arrested Ali. After we reported that Ali refused to leave his jail cell today for his arraignment, his family contacted us saying he's a sick man. Valley News Team's immigration and relocation reporter Bradford Eric sat down with Ali's sister and brother-in-law and several Somali community leaders.
Some issue, I don't know what's going on. He's not it's normal at all, but something he does not control himself, you know.
Asli Ali says Abdul Rahman is her younger brother by several years. She says he's been in the country for about 4 years now, but he's sick. He has some sort of mental disorder.
Yeah, he say, I hear voice. He doesn't know just his body, but somebody else is coming to bother him. I don't know. If he take his medicine, he's coming better, and he start walking, and he's calm down, and everything he do.
Asli says her brother has been to Prairie St. John several times to get treated for his disorder, but he's also no stranger to police officers on both sides of the Red River.
He broke the glasses, all glasses.
Oh, down here?
Down here. I have a shop, and Somalian shop, and grocery store.
Asli says this past Monday, Abdul Rahman was not taking his medication and broke several of these windows. He currently has a separate criminal trespass case open with the court and was convicted in 2012 in Stearns County, Minnesota of felony charges of fleeing police.
A lot of people know, and this community, the Somalian people, they live here, they know a lot about him. He's a good person, but he's not healthy.
Asli says this more recent situation has been very difficult on her family. She says it paints the whole community in a bad light and that her brother's actions do not represent the Somalian community or the Muslim religion. Points echoed by community leaders. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Bond was set at $1 million today for Ali. He remains behind bars this evening. Looking forward to warmer weather and lighter winds this weekend, but let's go to Hutch to find out what we can expect tonight. Getting better out there, Hutch?
Well, I'll tell you what, temperatures are going up, but so were the wind speeds today. So it was a little wind chilly, even though we did exceed yesterday's high temperatures. Taking a look at the snowbanks, the visible satellite shows that the snow depth did retreat a little bit in portions of central Minnesota, but not a lot of progress made, although we did do some melting, and it continues into the evening. Look at that high temperature in Langdon, 54 degrees. Are you kidding me? Here's a look at the record high for Fargo on this date, 53. The record high in Grand Forks, 47. So likely Langdon seeing record high temperatures this evening. If you're heading out, it's going to remain gusty. Gusts over 30 miles per hour. Temperatures steady, though, so bring that jacket. And if you happen to be tailgating or heading to a rather big football game tomorrow, I'll have your hour-by-hour details on what you can expect. Things will be changing overnight.
I'll be one of those looking forward to that.
All right.
Thanks.
You bet.
A Sanford employee is accused of stealing from his employer. Police say 22-year-old Jacob Metcalf of Fargo took some pills from the pharmacy at the Sanford West Fargo Clinic. This happened on Tuesday. They say he used his access key to get into the clinic and then broke the door to the pharmacy. With the help from Sanford and surveillance video, police were able to identify and arrest Metcalf. An East Grand Forks man has been charged with felony domestic assault by strangulation and theft after a fight with his live-in girlfriend. 54-year-old Thomas Whipple is accused of choking his girlfriend after a day-long argument. Court records indicate his girlfriend told police that Whipple flipped out after she confronted him about taking her prescription painkillers. It's Friday, so it's time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted, and there are two this week. Police say Elliot Gregu was wanted for criminal conspiracy. They're also looking for Walter Washke for criminal conspiracy. Contact your local law enforcement if you have any information on the whereabouts of either of these two men. The FBI now says it is officially investigating the shooting rampage in San Bernardino, California, as an act of terrorism. According to investigators, a bomb-making factory was found in the attacker's garage. And inside the home of the two people involved, investigators found about a dozen pipe bombs stuffed in a duffel bag. As federal authorities continue to investigate there, North Dakota Representative Kevin Cramer says the chaos surrounding ISIS is in part because of a lack of leadership in the White House.
We don't know for sure whether they were connected to ISIS or they were just inspired by ISIS, but the result is the same. You know, a lot of dead, innocent people, and that's why it is time, first of all, for the president to stop pretending that ISIS is contained in the junior varsity and that it doesn't affect us. It does affect us. The void he left of leadership in Syria itself is partly to blame for this chaos.
The congressman adds it's important that we have a presence in the Middle East, work with our allies, and use the resources we can to be sure violence overseas does not continue to impact us here at home. A letter signed by 27 state governors asked the White House to suspend resettling Syrian refugees in the United States. It cites the U.S. as long being a safe haven for those fleeing their home countries for a better life. However, the governors have concerns based on what investigators believe led to the perpetrators of the Paris terrorist attacks being able to enter France. The letter also concludes that there are concerns based on what the FBI director has been saying for most of this year regarding Syrian refugees, namely that there is no way to screen these people. Now, to read the full letter, you can go to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story. The high-profile death of a Wahpeton College student will get national attention Sunday night. Producers for 60 Minutes are telling Valley News Live that they're going to profile the Andrew Sadek case in a story that looks at the world of drug informants. Sadek, as we learned, was a drug informant for a task force when he died. His body was found in the Red River with a bullet wound to the head. He was wearing a backpack full of rocks. Leslie Stahl will head up the reports on law enforcement's controversial use of young confidential informers in the war on drugs. Florida Attorney Lance Block opposes using young people caught for relative minor offenses as confidential informants.
These kids are being recruited to do the most dangerous type of police work. They're going undercover with no background, training, or experience. They haven't been to the police academy.
So they are basically doing the same work as a trained undercover cop?
Absolutely.
This two-part episode will air exclusively Sunday on KX4 in the Fargo-Moorhead market. 4,000 free e-cigarettes, and one of them could be yours, but you better act fast. Infinite Vapor in downtown Fargo says that they had a line outside the door waiting to get in right away this morning, and they expect to have given away more than 200 free starter kits by closing tonight. Employees say business has been steady all day. The owner says if you want one, you must be 18 or older, show a valid ID, and be a smoker who is trying to quit. He says his company has helped more than 40,000 people nationwide stop smoking traditional tobacco. Remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. Normally, they're out selling houses. Today, it was all about helping others for the realtors in our area.
Temperatures in the 30s, 40s, and even 50s across the valley today, but it is wind chilly. I'll have details on if the wind sticks around and your weekend outlook next.